humanity. It's a tapestry of complexities woven with threads of compassion, ambition, and yes, even cruelty. We often celebrate the best of us, those who inspire and uplift. But what about the other side of the coin? What about those whose actions have earned them a less than favorable reputation? Today, we delve into the intriguing and sometimes unsettling world of individuals often labeled as mean. Our journey takes us through the annals of history, the headlines of today, and even into the depths of human psychology. Buckle up, because we're about to explore the lives and legacies of some of the most notoriously mean people, examining the events that shaped them and the impact they've had on the world. Our survey results are in, and topping the list is a name that might surprise you. Suggested item 1 name. He/she is no stranger to controversy, often making headlines for his/her, brief description of actions or behavior. But what is it about suggested item 1 name that evokes such strong reactions? Some point to his/her specific action or trait 1 as evidence of his/her mean streak. Others cite his/her specific action or trait 2 as proof of a callous disregard for others. And let's not forget the infamous incident where suggested item 1 name. Briefly describe a specific incident. But before we pass judgment, let's delve deeper into the life and times of suggested item 1 name. Moving down our list, we encounter a figure shrouded in infamy, suggested item 2 name. His/her name has become synonymous with negative trait, and for good reason. His/her actions, often described as list of adjectives, have left an indelible mark on history. Suggested item 2 name's reign was marked by a series of negative events or actions. He/she seemed to revel in negative behavior, showing little regard for the suffering inflicted upon others. Stories abound of suggested item 2 name's ruthlessness. It's said that he/she once specific anecdote illustrating negative behavior. Whether these tales are entirely true or embellished over time is debatable, but they contribute to the larger-than-life persona of suggested item 2 name. Regardless of the reasons behind his/her behavior, one thing remains clear: suggested item 2 name's legacy is forever tainted by the suffering he/she caused. Our exploration of mean takes us next to the realm of public figures, where perception is often reality. And few figures have captivated the public's imagination quite like suggested item 3 name. He/she is a lightning rod for controversy, a figure who seems to court scandal and outrage with equal measure. From his/her specific action or behavior 1 to his/her specific action or behavior 2, suggested item 3 name has rarely shied away from pushing boundaries and challenging social norms. But is suggested item 3 name truly mean or simply misunderstood? Some argue that his/her brash persona is merely an act, a carefully crafted image designed to garner attention in an increasingly crowded media landscape. Others point to his/her philanthropic endeavors as evidence of a softer side, a hidden well of compassion beneath the tough exterior. The truth, as is often the case, likely lies somewhere in between. Love him/her or hate him/her, there's no denying that suggested item 3 name knows how to make an impact. Chapter 4, suggested item 4, name and title, behind the curtain. Our journey into the heart of mean takes an intriguing turn with suggested item 4 name. His/her story offers a unique perspective on human behavior. Suggested item 4 name wasn't always perceived as mean. Those who knew him/her describe a positive adjectives individual. What transformed him/her into someone associated with negativity? Suggested item 4 name faced unimaginable challenges. This offers a glimpse into the forces that shaped him/her. Meanness is often a symptom of deeper, unresolved issues. Chapter 5, suggested item 5 name and title. The incident that changed everything. Sometimes a single event can define a person's legacy for better or worse. In the case of suggested item 5 name, it was the events of date that forever altered the course of his/her life and cemented his/her reputation as one of the meanest people. Prior to that fateful day, suggested item 5 name was known for previous reputation or activities. He/she was a positive adjectives individual, well-respected in his/her field and admired by many. But everything changed on that weather time of day when suggested item 5 name briefly described the incident. The details of what transpired are still debated to this day, with conflicting accounts and accusations flying from all sides. What is undeniable is the impact of the incident. Suggested item 5 names actions sent shockwaves through community or industry, leaving a trail of negative consequences in their wake. Public opinion turned against him or her swiftly and decisively. Chapter 6, Suggested Item 6 Name and Title, Scandal and Controversy. The world of Suggested Item 6 Name is one where scandal and controversy seem to follow like shadows. His/her name has become synonymous with negative trait, a testament to the power of public perception and the enduring allure of a good scandal. From the very beginning, Suggested Item 6 Name's life has been marked by a series of negative events or actions. Whether it's his/her involvement in specific Scandal 1, or the allegations of specific Scandal 2, he/she has consistently found himself/herself at the center of controversy. Some might argue that Suggested Item 6 Name is simply a magnet for trouble, that he/she has an uncanny knack for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Others, however, believe that his and her actions are a deliberate attempt to court attention, a calculated strategy to remain relevant in a world obsessed with fame and notoriety. Chapter 7, Suggested Item 7, Name and Title, Through Their Eyes. To truly understand the impact of someone labeled as mean, we must listen to the voices of those who have crossed their path. In the case of Suggested Item 7 Name, those voices paint a complex and often contradictory picture. Some who have interacted with Suggested Item 7 Name describe him/her as negative adjectives, recalling instances of specific negative behaviors or actions. They speak of feeling negative emotions in his/her presence as if walking on eggshells, never knowing what might trigger an outburst. One individual who wished to remain anonymous shared a particularly harrowing experience stating, quote, about a negative interaction with Suggested Item 7 Name. However, it would be a disservice to present only one side of the story. Others who have known Suggested Item 7 Name for years paint a different picture. They describe a positive adjectives individual, someone who is positive traits to those they care about. Chapter 8, A Brush with the Law. For some, the line between mean and criminal behavior blurs. Suggested Item 8 Name's actions have repeatedly landed him/her on the wrong side of the law. His/her rap sheet reads like a laundry list of offenses. Numerous arrests, convictions, and even prison sentences. Some argue his/her behavior stems from a troubled past. Others point to mental health issues or substance abuse. These factors might explain but do not excuse his/her actions. Suggested Item 8 Name's choices have had real and lasting consequences. Chapter 9, Suggested Item 9 Name and Title, A Glimmer of Hope. Throughout history, some individuals' reputations for meanness have cast long shadows over their legacies. Suggested Item 9 Name is one such figure, often remembered for his/her negative traits. However, deeper exploration reveals glimmers of hope and complexity. It's essential to acknowledge the potential for growth and unexpected kindness. One example is, Suggested Item 9 Name is a specific act of kindness. This act reveals a capacity for empathy that belies his/her ruthless reputation. Chapter 10, Suggested Item 10 Name and Title, The Ripple Effect. The actions of individuals labeled as mean can have far-reaching consequences, creating ripples that extend far beyond their immediate circle. Suggested Item 10 Name is a prime example of this phenomenon, his/her behavior leaving an indelible mark on the lives of countless individuals and even shaping the course of history. Suggested Item 10 Name's specific actions or behaviors had a profound impact on specific group of people or society as a whole. His/her decisions led to specific consequences, causing widespread negative outcomes. The ripple effect of his/her actions can still be felt today, as described the lasting impact on society, culture, or individuals. However, it's important to remember that even in the face of such negativity, hope and resilience can emerge. The victims of Suggested Item 10 Name's actions have shown remarkable strength and determination in rebuilding their lives and communities. Outro, what do you think? We've journeyed through the lives of individuals often labeled as mean, exploring the events that shaped them and the impact they've had on the world. From historical figures to modern-day personalities, we've seen how meanness can manifest in countless ways, leaving a trail of consequences in its wake. But perhaps the most important lesson we can take away from these stories is the importance of empathy and understanding. While we may not condone or excuse mean behavior, we can strive to understand the complexities of human nature and the factors that contribute to such actions. What are your thoughts on the individuals we've discussed? Share your perspectives in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation. And don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content exploring the depths of the human experience.